We're at SoCal Gaming Expo where there's at least tens of thousands of video games. And it's here that there's a good chance that you'll find some of those games that you'll see only once in a lifetime. Unless you subscribe to the channel, which you'll probably see some stuff like this all the time. Our goal is to see the most rare and expensive Nintendo games in existence. But as we check these rare games off our list, we'll also look at their values according to Price Charting, the video sponsor. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to point out a couple that are on the list of top rare games. Panic Restaurant.
Boy, that thing is so beautiful. Very, very fun game.
Yes.
It's a platformer, late release Taito game for the NES.
Over $2,000, complete in box in minty condition.
Yeah. This one,
super cool to see it. Cartridge only, $850.
Man.
And right next to it is one of probably the most iconic rare game for Sega Genesis, which is crazy, but it's Musha. I'm assuming that's complete with the price tag of $1,250. Crazy.
That is insane. But what's right next to that?
Hagane, Super Nintendo. We recently got one of these complete in box. First time I'd ever seen one complete from a crazy collection that we bought, but so even just the cartridge is over $1,000.
I actually have played this one too, and it is very fun, pretty darn difficult.
And then there's Earthbound, which one of the most iconic games of rarity for Super Nintendo. I love the game. This is where NES comes from, and Smash Bros, Lucas. Great RPG. With the thing that I like about the game the most is the dialogue. Just out of left field, funny stuff that you don't expect. Like, I remember playing it in my basement by myself and laughing out loud and feel like an idiot, but it got me. It's a funny game. There's actually many reasons that the games on our list are rare and expensive, but for the most part, there's some combination of the following. They were either very early or late in their console's life cycle, sold very few copies or were store exclusive, or are just very fun and have super high demand. For example, Little Samson hits all three of these, whereas a game like Aero Fighters for the SNES hits only two.
Okay, so these are the kind of little shelves that we want to look at, so we can
this is legit.
So we can try and spot some. There are some very, very notable games. We're trying to find the top of the top, but like Chrono Trigger,
Huge.
Mega Man X2, Mega Man 7. Those are all massive. Then you want to talk about Pokemon Holy Grails. Look at this handheld right here. That thing is, I think it's the first or second most expensive DS.
That's crazy how that one has jumped above. It's the new 3DS. And it is beautiful with the plates and stuff on it. Heart Gold, brand new. This one is actually, of the things up here, and even of all 3DS, that might be one of the hardest things to get. The Fates Special Edition. It's like the combo cartridge. Cartridge literally has both games on it.
And now that the eShop is closed, I think this is the only way you can get one of the games.
I think you might be right.
Which is why it's gone up in value.
It was one of those games that I wanted it really bad. My brother and I both on when it's dropping for the pre-order.
Yeah.
He snagged it. I did not. It's really sad.
That's
I
tough.
still don't have that. $600 new. I don't know. It might be something I make a play on at some point. We looked around a bit more at the booths, ran into a super nice subscriber, and then suddenly
We found three more.
spotted.
We are at Tony's booth, and he has N64, including Stunt Racer, Bomberman 64, The Second Attack, and Worms Armageddon. Now,
Crazy.
I know this was no, this wasn't an exclusive. This was just a really
Like a rental
uncommon-
exclusive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
But Stunt Racer,
I think that was a rental exclusive.
I think so too. So Stunt Racer, I think, is like number 2 on the list.
Yeah, this is a random one you would not expect to be. Yeah, so it literally has the Blockbuster sticker on the back. Bomberman 64, The Second Attack. Late release is my guess for the reason on that one. And Worms Armageddon.
Yeah, really fun game.
And on the topic of rental exclusives, you have Beast Wars right here.
It's a Transformers game.
Transformers game, and that one, like the manual and the box, exceedingly hard to find.
I think, so Mort from Mort's Garage, he said that this is arguably harder to find than Play Fighter in good condition.
Which is another rental exclusive. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, that's...
But this one is kind of random one people don't know about. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine is a rental exclusive. Turok Rage Wars, great card. Did you notice that? It's the most expensive game in the whole case.
I totally did, and didn't say a single word about it.
Yep, normally is a black cartridge.
Yes, that's definitely up there, my gosh.
But Sky Guy, I just looked up, and I want you to guess.
Okay.
Stunt Racer, 10 years ago, the value on Price Charting.
My bet is that's always been a sought-after game because it's been an exclusive. I'll say $120.
$25.
That's illegal. That's a crime.
Look at that. I mean, look at that line, just how that has
Wow.
It's changed.
So I was totally wrong.
One cool thing about the price charting app is that you can see the trend line of game values over time. And actually you can add games to your collection and kind of track if your collection value is going up or down over time. With the app, you can also scan barcodes out in the wild to make sure you're getting a good deal. Price charting actually recently launched their subscription features on iOS. And with our link in the description, you can actually get a trial of the collector's subscription with the download. But anyways, we ran into Ricky and Gabbo, and funny enough, Gabbo actually knew where one of the games on our list was located. I see it already.
We're just
I have it, thankfully. But that is on, that's top 5 most rare SNES game right there.
So Metal Warriors, I know nothing about it. How does it play? Have you played it ever?
It plays like Cybernator for Super NES.
Okay.
And how does Cybernator play?
It plays like Metal Warriors. No, I mean,
Let's go.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, it's a really good game.
Okay.
So
Best of both worlds, man.
So you're
Rare,
going for
sought
all the
after,
Konami
good.
games?
this weekend, I'm planning to do all Konami Super NES games.
Well, that's the one you need then.
I just bought
Wait.
that one.
Wait, is that
Yeah.
That's not Konami Live, man.
is that Aerofighter?
Yeah, well,
Aero Fighter.
This is on the list. I didn't think we would
That
find
was
this.
random.
Really?
Yeah,
I
we're
think-
trying to find like the top 5 most rare games for.
I think they have one here.
They have one here.
Well,
Yeah,
we
but
got
I-
this one.
Yeah, but I bought that from him.
Yeah.
Okay. We
So-
just
Aero Fighters. I think
Yeah.
this might be number 1 on SNES.
For license.
Yeah,
for
for license.
yeah, it goes Aero Fighters, Hagane, Metal Warriors.
Metal Warriors, yeah.
So
there you go.
Wow. Well, we just have
Appreciate
one
that.
more SNES game to check off.
You got the Blockbuster sticker.
I think
is
you.
dope.
The sticker make a sticker.
Yeah. Honorable mention, I think this may be one of the most expensive Sega Saturn games, Panzer Dragoon Saga. That's actually a sealed one. That is a 4-disc game. Every one originally came in like a little black slip cover inside of the case to keep it in mint condition. There were, I think, 5,000 copies of that game originally made.
Really?
So it is truly...
Have we gotten one?
I've had maybe 2 in my lifetime of buying and selling.
Yeah. Another honorable mention here, Jack Bros for the Virtual
dude.
Boy. That is the most expensive
Small
game for the
library,
Virtual
but
Boy.
that is,
Yeah, for
that is
all
the
20
grail
games or
for
whatever.
Virtual Boy.
Now we had one with the manual just like that, not terribly long ago, and then we also had one complete, and it had the wrapper on it.
Yeah.
That thing was
And this game probably over
Beautiful.
$1,000 in this condition. I don't know exactly what it goes for these days, but minty manual and cartridge.
That is so
definitely,
nice.
We didn't find anything else for a while, but it was fun seeing the vendors get all set up, especially since we could make some mental notes on what to buy when the convention began. But suddenly, we came up to one booth where someone was selling their entire Super Nintendo collection.
holy heavies.
Yeah,
Like-
dude, I'm just gonna say, Hagane is second one of the day.
Man, Chrono Trigger, Mega Man Soccer, Demon's Crest, ActRaiser 2, EVA. These are all heavy.
You got another Metal Warriors as well.
Super Turrican, Super Metroid, Sunset Riders, Contra 3.
Honorable
Player's-
mention to
Player's Choice.
any box Super Mario World because most of them were bundles. Even the Nintendo, the Player's Choice, $400 or $500 a lot of
I
times.
kind of want to peek what's under here. Ninja Warriors, that one almost made the top list.
Did you notice there's one that we have not found yet?
So
on the
there
table?
is, I think this might be the final SNES game.
Dang.
So he said we can look at it.
All right, I got to talk about this game.
This is Hockey and Rocky 2. Price at 1K.
Price 7,000. Which this is one of the first games that I got in my collecting journey. It's a game that I did not know about when I got it, and it kind of inspired me to go hard in collecting rare games like this. And the great part about this game, co-op and super fun.
Yeah.
So I have beat this game. Thane, I don't know if you remember. Thane's recording right now. My friend Tony and I were playing this game on like the last level, and he came up as a joke, tapped the console with his foot to scare us, and it legitimately reset the game. So we had to play through the whole thing again,
That's
and we
tough.
did end up beating it. But yeah, really fun game. There's Pagaraki 1 and 2, both on Super Nintendo. Definitely recommend it if you can get a good deal on it.
So do you remember what you paid for yours when you got it?
It was probably like 50 or 100 bucks. It was probably 12 years ago.
12 years ago?
You know, I got into collecting games with Pocky and Rocky, but before that, it was sports cards and Pokemon cards. And on the price charting app, they just launched a card scanning feature as well.
Since we're talking about the big box of Earthbound
there it
earlier,
is.
they do have it right here.
That's a clean box.
That is in really, really,
really clean.
good shape. Typically you find them with a little bit of front wear just with how they were stacked.
Yeah.
But that's a cool piece.
Super cool.
Thank you for letting us poke around, man.
Yeah,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
it. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Likewise.
All right, we completed the top 5 SNES games that we've seen. I want to say, like, rare games. We've seen a lot of them that are good games and also rare.
Yes.
But there are some that are terrible games. Still expensive because they're rare.
Yes.
Like some on NES stand out.
Our NES list is a little bit different because we're just doing the licensed games. There's a game called Cheetah Men 2, which is, I think, the most rare NES title.
very
there was
rare.
1,000 that were made, and we actually have one
Yeah.
complete right
Yeah, yeah.
now. But it is notoriously the worst game probably
It's terrible.
ever made. It is expensive simply because it is rare.
Elusive. That's it.
I have played the game officially.
Yeah.
It's unplayable. it is actually just unplayable.
Is it better or worse than E.T. for Atari 2600?
Worse.
Oof.
Oh.
Gotcha Force.
Gotcha Force, baby.
First
That is-
GameCube.
That
Very
is,
exciting.
yeah, the first GameCube one.
Capcom
actually-
game.
Kind of a cult following, to my understanding.
Yep.
Is that right?
That is correct.
What's going on here?
You ever
You
played
ever
Gotcha Force?
Yeah,
How do you like it?
it's okay. It's not the best one, but it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty
You heard it
uncommon.
here. It's okay.
Okay. No idea. It's the rare Millennium Falcon top loader with the not for resale.
Bro, it has controller ports.
This is an actual working console. I thought it was just slotted in there to be funny.
I don't think this is original,
It can't be, right?
but I love it.
All right, so the hunt for rare games is kind of slowed as more vendors are getting set up, but right down here, Chase.
Tetris World Championships are happening.
Yeah,
Blue Scooty's here.
I know. And some other people.
And I don't. Yes, we're gonna learn. It's gonna be great.
All right, we just found Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut. How did you get this game?
Traded in at the shop.
Somebody brought it into the shop.
Was it a drug dealer?
No, but we gave them a good amount of store credit because, label's a little bad. Whatever stuff them.
What was your name?
I can tell. That's why I used the hat to hide the.
Broccoli, good to meet you. I'm Charles. Anyways, the significance of Sculptor's Cut. It is the most famous rare game for N64, for sure.
Yep.
And it is a Blockbuster rental exclusive, as we've mentioned.
And all it does is it adds more characters, correct?
Yeah.
So Clay Fighter is a series.
63 and a third.
Yeah, 63 and a third. Is
For
that the
N64.
third game in the series?
Honestly, it might be, yes.
Yeah.
With the SNES one's coming out first. But yeah, it's unbelievably rare, and it just kind of became the one. A lot of times, it's like Little Samson on NES, which we have not seen yet.
No, we haven't seen much for the NES at all. So
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that we do, but Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut, like just to give you guys an idea, just the manual can be $1,000 to $5,000.
If it's like a minty manual,
Yeah.
crazy hard to find, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see the cartridge at all, and this one does have wear, but a lot of times they do because there were
were
Blockbuster
rentals.
stickers on them, so it makes sense.
Now, all we need to do is find Super Bowling for the N64, and that completes that list too.
Yeah.
So that's another weird one to find.
With one big chunk of games found, there were still many to go. But the convention setup day is about to end, so on the next day, the convention really began, and we got right back to work. Spotted. A rarity. Go Hypergrind, Atlas game. Top 5 rare GameCube game.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a skateboarding game for those that don't know, and it is goofy and very fun.
But we also ran into our friend Riff, one of the new owners of the SoCal Gaming Expo. He's collecting the complete NES set, which means he needs some rare games, and we brought him some.
Breaker, couple repros.
That's right.
Why did you bring the manual? I didn't want the freaking manual. I've been on their whatnot for like months saying, sell me Cowboy Kid. I don't want a $400 manual. This means nothing to me. I will throw this in the trash right now and not care.
Man, please don't.
I would be interested in Cowboy Kid.
All right.
I legit mean it when I say do not care about the manual.
That's fine.
You don't have-
We know. I brought it as a
You don't have to sell this to me. You can separate it because the manual is, I think, worth like $300 to $400.
It's a rare manual.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
I don't need it.
That is
this,
clean.
I would love.
Super clean.
I do have Toxic Crusaders, I'll be honest, but I don't have it in the box. And I love the box. So
The box is neat.
it looks clean. I have lost my voice. I'm so sorry. I sound like I'm in gargling rocks. Oh yeah, it looks nice. This is nice.
Yep.
I don't know the going rate on these though. That's always the scary part. CIB 359. Help me, Lord. And Cowboy Kid is what?
It's like 3 something loose.
Same price as this.
Yeah.
Here, I took a screenshot.
Okay. So
I would do.
It is a $400 manual. That's insane.
Yeah, that manual is.
All right, so we're separating it from the manual.
Okay.
I would do $300 and $350.
So what's that?
6,000.
I don't know math. I'd almost believe you. 300. Well, I don't know what you just said. What were the numbers here?
650.
650.
650.
I'm too lazy to fight.
All right.
There you go, man.
I got him when he's
Tired.
tired.
6,000. Gosh dang it.
You got me tired. Trust me. I just bought so much crap this morning for that reason. People are like, "You want this?" I'm like, "Sure, dude. I don't know. Why not?" I'm not even filming. Lord help me. I hope
deal
I
is
make money
done.
on this convention.
All right.
There it is.
Is anybody
Thank you.
interested in the manual now?
Not in any way, shape, or form.
All right.
Not me. I have no desire for that manual.
All right, you want to help me burn it?
Yeah.
And with more pieces added to his collection, we wanted to get some thoughts to see how running a game convention has been.
Favorite part about running a game convention is, actually, my favorite part of it was kind of at the end of the day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff has been going good, going smooth, which was shocking to me. But it was at the end of the day, walking by the vendors, and I wasn't asking, I wasn't looking for anything. Almost every vendor came up to me and they're like, "Dude," and they're like hugs, like,
That's
we
awesome.
were wanting this for years. Bigger, better, crazy, fun, excitement,
Yeah.
community. But it was just like, we did a lot of things.
Yeah, you added a
Everybody,
bunch.
that was my favorite part of the event so far.
Love it.
So
That's
that
great, brother.
and the stupid manual.
Good.
Yeah.
Later, we did end up finding 2 more games, Super Bowling and the legendary Little Samson. But we ended up just enjoying ourselves for a lot of this convention. Meeting all of you at this convention was truly super special, and this community at SoCal Gaming Expo was phenomenal and just something that was beyond all my expectations. Pixel Game Squad and the other owners of the convention truly did an amazing job, and I cannot wait for next year. Now, I couldn't find everything else at the game convention, but I didn't want to leave you guys completely hanging. So here's the rest of the GameCube games, another NES game, an NES game that Retro Rick and his team have, and a picture of the last game because I don't have that. Subscribe and click this video because YouTube thinks you're gonna like it. Thanks for watching.